News coming in right now. Enforcement Directorate grills K. Kavitha for nearly 6 hours. K. Kavitha's ED questioning to end shortly. Earlier, the Enforcement Directorate had retrieved K. Kavitha's mobile phone from her residence. So, shortly, K. Kavitha is likely to walk out of the Enforcement Directorate office. We're trying to get more details on that. Munish Pandey, my colleague, is joining me live from outside the Enforcement Directorate office as we speak. Munish, we believe her questioning, K. Kavitha's questioning, is likely to end shortly.
Well, Palome, let me give you a sense of what exactly is happening outside the ED headquarters. You can see there are barricades which have been placed by the Delhi police. There are paramilitary forces also deployed here in anticipation that if there are supporters who are coming to support K. Kavitha, there should not be disruption in law and order. So heavy security here which has been deployed outside the ED headquarters. Now, I spoke to several officials who are part of this investigation, and a senior official of the Enforcement Directorate has confirmed this to India today that K. Kavitha questioning is almost over. It is in last phase, and during this 6 hours of questioning, she was confronted with Arun Pillai regarding the statement which was given by him, claiming that he was acting on behest of K. Kavitha. K. Kavitha was also involved in the bribery of 100 crore rupees, and there was a meeting between Vijay Nair, the communication in charge of Aam Aadmi Party, and K. Kavitha regarding the recovery of ₹100 crore. Apart from this, she was also confronted with the statement of another accused, Dinesh Arora, Buchi Babu, another close associate of K. Kavitha, and all these statements were given to K. Kavitha. And she was confronted with these statements because most of these statements were against K. Kavitha, claiming that K. Kavitha was not only aware of this scam, but also she was a participant in this scam. She was also one of the conspirators of the scam. So these 6 hours have been extremely difficult for K. Kavitha. Apart from that, one important fact is that during the questioning, the Enforcement Directorate asked for K. Kavitha's personal phone because K. Kavitha had not come up with her phone. So when ED asked, there was a security personnel who was sent to her residence, and that phone was later submitted before the ED officials. But it's a huge relief for K. Kavitha because after 6 hours of questioning, she'll be walking from this ED headquarters any moment from now. There was an anticipation that she might get arrested by the Enforcement Directorate, but so far we have been given to understand is that within 10-15 minutes, K. Kavitha will be out from this ED headquarters, and at least she'll be allowed to leave today.
Okay, so some amount of relief there for K. Kavitha. She's not likely to get arrested this evening. She is expected to shortly leave from the Enforcement Directorate office. Is the ED likely to call her in again, Munish?
Well, Palome, as far as today's questioning was concerned, ED was very clear that today's questioning was important because they wanted to confront K. Kavitha with Arun Pillai. And why this timing? Because Arun Pillai is a person who was arrested by the Enforcement Directorate, and he is in ED custody till 13th. So when there was a communication between K. Kavitha, when she asked for more time, ED made a communication to K. Kavitha saying that this person is in our custody only till 13th of March. You have to come before that, and then both the parties, ED and K. Kavitha, agreed for this date, that is 11th of March. So far, ED is claiming that, as far as today is concerned, it was only regarding the confrontation between Arun Pillai and K. Kavitha. But what you asked, whether she will be called again or not, there is a high possibility that she will be called because there are ample amount of evidence. According to the Enforcement Directorate, they would like to confront K. Kavitha with other accused also, like Buchi Babu, witnesses like Dinesh Arora, and also they want to question K. Kavitha regarding the 10 phones, because what ED is claiming that in year 2021-2022, the year when this excise policy was not only formulated but implemented in the national capital, that was the year when K. Kavitha used these 10 phones, and the ED claims that most of these phones have been destroyed by K. Kavitha. So they want to question K. Kavitha regarding that aspect also. So there are ample amount of evidence which the ED claims, and there is a high possibility that in future she will be called again for questioning, and maybe then ED will decide whether to arrest K. Kavitha in this case or not.
Munish, other than the statements itself that have been made by the likes of Arun Pillai saying that they were working on at the behest of K. Kavitha, what other tangible evidence that the Enforcement Directorate has against her? Because in the case of those statements, she can clearly say that they're just making that up. It's a figment of their imagination. They're doing that to go away scot-free and implicate her instead.
Well, Polymis, so far what the Enforcement Directorate case against K. Kavitha is that there are people who have given statement against K. Kavitha. These people are also those who are allegedly close to K. Kavitha. And now why this becomes important as far as the entire investigation is concerned, because remember, ED's statements are under Section 50 of Prevention of Money Laundering Act, which act as an evidence before the court. So they are treating that as an evidence, but also we know that one person, Arun Pillai, filed a application before the court saying that he wants to retract his statement because it was taken forcefully. Something which K. Kavitha is also alleging, that most of these people have given statements because they were forced by the Enforcement Directorate. But so far ED is claiming that they have a statement from Arun Pillai, they have a statement from Buchi Babu, and also they have a statement from Dinesh Arora. All these three statements, if you compare with each other, most of these people have said that there was a conspiracy which was hatched by South Group. South Group was being represented by K. Kavitha, and this conspiracy was only to ensure that they get a policy which is in their favor. And that is why in the year 2021, in the month March, there was a meeting between Vijay Nair and other representatives of South Group. The policy was formulated, and all this, the ED claims that they have evidence of the meeting, they have evidence of the hotel rooms where the meeting took place, and also they have evidence that the draft copy of the excise policy was given to the South Group much before it was implemented, almost 3.5 months back. The other important evidence which the ED claims to have against K. Kavitha is destruction of evidence, because they are claiming that they have the IMEI number of the phone numbers used by K. Kavitha. They have the statements of the people claiming that these phones were used by K. Kavitha, and destruction of evidence is something which the ED is also claiming to have in their possession. So they want to question K. Kavitha regarding that aspect also. So overall, if you say that what evidence the Enforcement Directorate has against K. Kavitha, these are in terms of statements by the witnesses accused in the case, and they have the evidence of destruction of evidence by K. Kavitha. But again, these are allegations at this point of time by the Enforcement Directorate before the court in their charge sheet. But so far, K. Kavitha is concerned, K. Kavitha has been time and again saying that this is nothing but a political vendetta against her, and this is something which the ED is doing on behest of the Bharatiya Janata Party.
Right. Munish, they're tracking all those developments. Shortly, we're expecting K. Kavitha to walk out of the Enforcement Directorate office. We'll know then further what sort of questions were asked of K. Kavitha and that confrontation that she had with Arun Pillai. Munish Pandey, thank you so much for joining us with all of those details.